welcome to the Hogs Happy Hour. Okay, we had to change up the intro just a little bit for you. But glad that you're here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We are Four Star Sports Media. We're very close to 100 subscribers on there. So be sure to subscribe to that. If you're on Facebook, like and share this. If you're on X, you can comment on there now. You can also follow our page at Hogs Happy Hour. So be sure to follow us wherever you get your social media at. All right, fellas, what is going on?
I'm
Another day
rethinking.
another day being a Razorback fan.
Yeah, I'm rethinking whether or not I want to change my birth certificate to another state or something. Not really sure yet.
Yeah, it's been a embarrassing week for Arkansas athletics. It's also been embarrassing for me as a Jaguars fan, who we embarrassingly lost to the Titans and are not going to the playoffs. So
Well, I mean,
it's been
what
a
y'all trying to sell postseason tickets a few weeks ago?
we were trying to fill the seats, but they're empty now. I tell you, no one's going to the game because
So do they
there's
get
not one.
they get a refund?
Uh, I hope so. I ain't in charge of that. I mean, I wouldn't buy playoff tickets 8 weeks out. But so let's go back to last Saturday. Where we thought it was going to be a great start to the season, but it turned out not to be. And Auburn handed Arkansas its biggest ever home defeat ever. Okay, think of the John Pelfrey teams. Think of any other terrible Razorback team. They did not lose as bad as Arkansas did this past weekend. Let me go over some stats real quick. Our leading scorer last Saturday was Minifield. He had 14, and then Mark added 10, and Brazil added 11. So those are three top scores, but it really didn't matter. We had a little run at the very beginning. Minifield hit a couple threes, and we thought that it was going to be a great game, but it turned out not to be. So, well, I guess we'll start with Jason with just your early thoughts on the game. We will have some clips from Musselman and some of the players here in a few minutes.
I mean, wow, what a loss that was. The worst loss in Bud Walton history. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, the fans showed up definitely, but oh man, I mean, I've never seen us play so badly. I mean, for a team that supposedly has shooters, we shot very poorly. Usually with the Muss team, you're looking at a great defensive team. He usually relies more on defense than he does on offense, and that was non-existent.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It seems like the team quit in the second half. They just kind of laid down. Auburn was looking for revenge from two years ago when they were number one and we beat them in a great game. But yeah, it's pretty embarrassing to say the least. I'm going to show this is Eric. This is the first question Eric Musselman was asked at his press conference.
Understanding how hard the SEC is, understanding the competitive nature, understanding the size, understanding the physicality, understanding the will to win. Give Auburn a ton of credit. They came in here, they kicked our butts. I mean, that's quite obvious. This team has not resembled what we built the last 4 years from a competitive standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, from a loose ball getting standpoint. So what are we going to do? We got to try to figure it out as much as we can. Guys got opportunities and didn't seize the opportunities. 165 passes when our goal is 200. Again, we built something that I thought was really special. And, this group of guys has not carried on the tradition. And so we've got to try to continue to get as best we can with the group that we have right now.
All right, so that was Musselman's opening statement from the press conference this past weekend, past Saturday. So, basically said this team does not resemble the previous teams, which, I wouldn't even call this a team right now. It's a bunch of individuals, just 5 individuals out there on the court. So, Ashton, what's your thoughts from last Saturday?
I see. You go in the halftime 37-30, and I think we were already kind of concerned about the fact that we only scored 30 points in a half. Which, if you would have went and compared that to yesterday's game, you'd have been super excited to score 30 points in a half. There was a certain point in the second half. I think when we went down by double digits, 10-12, you saw the team just throw in the towel. Didn't see any fight as far as a team. I'm not talking about every player. I think there's still 2 or 3, maybe 1, 2 or 3, fighting, but they're not all on the floor at the same time. I think what's bothering me here lately is I look at a kid like Layden Blocker, right, who's a true freshman, who every time he's on the floor, no, he's not your best player, but he's an effort guy. The fact that he is not getting on the floor at all, basically in 2 games, and you're getting your butt kicked in back-to-back games, you change something. And then something that bothered me too is listening to how Coach Musselman said, "Oh, we're going to put these guys on the scout team." And I said to you in a text message, I said, "What does that matter? They're still going to play. Scout team or no scout team, these guys are still going to play. It's going to be the same result." And I guess the only difference is we fought a little hard. Either we fought a little harder against Georgia, or Georgia is just not half the team that Auburn is. And I really think it's the second one, that Georgia's not near as good as Auburn. And so what happens when we play better teams throughout the season? It's going to get our butts kicked, man.
Yep. And I want to welcome Josh Cook to the show. We know him as Coach Cook. I know him as my former neighbor. So.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Blake Hogue.
Glad he is on the show.
So you guys are talking the Auburn game, huh?
Yep. Yeah, we'll start there, then we'll go to Georgia.
Hey guys, look, the offense is non-existent. All right, and I did write this down. Like, Auburn is legit. It's tough to tell how legit they are because of how bad we are. But I will say that I think that Auburn's pretty legit this year. I think they're a lot better than they were last year.
Sure.
But unless we're in transition, I was telling Ashton this on the phone. Unless we're running the floor or we're making really bad shots, we don't score, man.
Yeah, there's no flow. There's
no flow. Like, no one knows what their role is in our offense.
No.
Like, and you can see that. And I mean, props to we're not going to talk about the Georgia game right now, but Auburn beat us like a
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play this clip. This is Muss's last statement from the press conference. You can kind of tell how frustrated he is, and then I also got a clip from Benefield about how the players were.
It was a bit of a grind, and I know Arkansas has struggled this year some in transition D. What is going on there? Do you see as far as this guy's not getting back and balance on the floor?
Defensively, we've struggled on pick and rolls. Your shot selection has to do with your transition defense. So, I mean, when you lose by 30, I mean, we could go all the way around the room and each of you could pick a different area and you would all be right. We stunk in all areas. I mean, I don't know. I mean, transition defense. What about Johnny Broome in the second? I mean, I can go on and on. Yeah, we stunk. And we got to get a lot better to even survive in this league. We got to get a lot better. We got to be a lot more competitive. So with that, I will say you guys all saw how poorly we played, and there's a million things we could discuss, but we stunk in all those areas.
Ball game. What were the conversations like at halftime, and then how did things get away from you after the break?
We talked about we got to keep fighting. It's like we quit. We didn't play as a team, and we weren't together out there. So when you're not together and you don't have fight out there and let people punk you, that's what happened.
So Musselman basically said, they stunk, but the thing I want to take away from Musselman is he said the word survive in the SEC. He didn't say compete. He said survive. So what we'll start with Jason. What's your thoughts on Muss's comments about just trying to survive the SEC?
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, it's the way that we've been playing, we'll be lucky to survive the SEC. I mean, we got a Florida game coming up where Florida's 0-2 in conference, but I definitely don't see us winning that game either. This team has to find a way to play together. Like you said earlier, it's just 5 individuals out there on the floor not playing as a team.
Yeah, I liked how Minifield basically he called out the team, basically said that they quit, which I mean he's not wrong.
Yeah,
that,
well,
so.
it sure did a lot of good for the next game, didn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, a whole lot of good. All right, we're gonna quickly go over Georgia, and then we'll bounce back and just talk about the problems. So last night, Georgia beat us 76-66, 10-point loss. It's just no flow. Minifield, Minifield's a small guy, so these big guards in the SEC are they're kind of dominating him right now. So he didn't get a lot of playing time. Devo Davis had another bonehead play. Coach Wilson's favorite player right now. He just loves Devo Davis at the moment.
He's got some dirt on Musselman, man.
Yeah, I don't see how he can start last night. He was late to a team function, which he didn't start against Auburn, but just the way he's been acting.
One play he didn't start in the Auburn game.
I know. He got in after 2 minutes, but
yeah. So so based off this, right? So what we've witnessed, we've seen an undisciplined basketball team. All right. So now we can stop pretending why we know that they're not undisciplined. It's because when Devo Davis shows up late to a team function, when he still gets to play, when he picks up the flagrant foul going back to the Auburn game, that was so blatant and so unnecessary. The guy wasn't even looking at him. The guy hadn't said anything to him. He just did it. And then last night, you look, if there's a pile of crap going on right now, Devo is standing right next to it. Okay, because the stink is following him because he cannot get his crap together. Dude, he's supposed to be a leader. A fifth year senior, a guy who was on the cusp of being an NBA basketball player. Are you kidding me? He can't even. Man, when I get excited about a layup made by a player, that's when you know you're not bringing much to the team. Devo last night, there was a couple instances where the team, the Georgia went 5 out. Okay, they went 5 out. Nobody inside the lane. Okay, so why? And the announcers, the commentators, they even said it. Why is Devo picking up pressure defense, opening his hips, turning to the side, 30 feet away from the goal, basically saying, "Here you go. Here's a straight line drive to the goal where there's no help." Why would you do that
against a guy driving the basketball for 2 to 3 years now?
Lee, man, it just drives me nuts. And then Minifield. Okay, so. When it comes to letting kids play through things, there's a guy at Tennessee with a last name Ziegler who's 5'9". Okay, and he's been 5'9". He's not growing. He plays, and you think that he knew how to handle the size of Division I basketball whenever he came into the league? No, let the kid work through it. But my gosh, he played 14 minutes. He played 14 minutes. You took him off the floor. And if you truly thought Devo Davis was a better answer than let Keon Minifield work through it, then yeah, that's the problem. Because Minifield plays defense. Minifield will stick his nose in there. Hey, he may have been too little, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you know why he was getting the shot rejected? Because he was taking it to the hole. Devo ain't doing that. Devo can't even dribble.
You good, Wilson?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had about all I can stand of Devontae Davis, who thinks that going back to the Auburn game when he got that flagrant, you can look at the kid's face, and it was like the face of I could care less how this affects my team. Just didn't care.
And he walked to the bench and put on his jumpsuit, didn't he?
I mean,
yeah,
he knew he was coming out. I mean, it was.
Sat behind the bench.
Yeah, he sat behind him. He didn't even sit on the bench.
I mean, it's premeditated. He knows what he's doing, and he should have never seen the floor again against Auburn, and he did. That's what ticked me off in that game. Is Musselman had no business putting him back on the floor.
Oh, don't worry, he'll probably be starting again Saturday.
Yeah. Last night they reviewed the foul as a common foul, but it could have been a flagrant or technical or something involving Devo Davis. So he is not. I don't know. He seems like a head case. I don't want to use the cancer word, but some people have on Twitter. So,
some people have.
My gripe is with Mr. Brazil. And
good Lord.
Battle. Okay. We were down by 3. Yeah.
What is Brazil's role?
Stand in the corner, look for a 3 ball.
Be a legit. I want a legit answer. What is his role?
All right.
His role is athletic big man that can shoot a 3.
Okay.
My thought was, I have no problem with him stepping out and shoot a 3, but to me, it's got to be a set play. But when you're off, like Josh, you brought it up. Our offense is non-existent. So if we have to run a half-court offense, everybody just stands outside the 3-point line and pass, dribble, pass, dribble. There's no cuts, no nothing.
50% of the time we're trying to score, our spacing on offense is horrendous.
Yeah,
we're so congregated at times because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, there's no one cut to the basket. There's no one having a set play. It's like street ball. They just roll the ball out there and hope.
Well, you got Graham down there missing how many shots back to back?
Oh yeah, I mean he almost had a double on that one possession.
And then you got Mitchell during a Georgia game who can't catch, pass, or even go up with the ball, but yet he's still playing how many minutes?
Yeah. Well, that's a problem. Wilson brought up during the transfer is we didn't go out and get a true center, a true big man, and it's hurting us now.
I mean, was it rely on Mitchell?
I mean, so
we tried to last night, and that hurt bad.
So you go out, right? You go to the portal, and you get all these guards. Now, let me tell you a little something, and y'all know this, is when you go to the portal and you don't bring in more than 2 freshmen, right? We brought in 2 freshmen. You better not miss with multiple guys in the portal. And I'm going to tell you right now, maybe with the exception of Mark, and even Mark's been inconsistent at times. Last night he wasn't, but you better not miss. He's missed on Battle. Battle was supposed to be the next JD Note? Not even close. Okay, Battle is so terrible. He doesn't know. He apparently doesn't know game situation.
I wouldn't say he's terrible, Wilson.
He's better than me.
The guy has shown He has shown some flashes now.
What was the date of his last flash? All right, so he's made a couple threes here and there. But the thing is, fine, he's a shooter. But, dude, timing? Do we not understand situational things? As a Division I basketball player, okay, all right. Davenport showed a little bit of life last night. I was happy with that. Ellis, man, what a waste of a scholarship. Golly. Trying to think, who else did we bring in?
Minifield, but
Minifield is good, but man, if you're not gonna let him play through stuff, then don't put him on the floor ever. Oh, and let's be real, right? We took him out of the game. What did it change?
I mean,
not a whole lot.
No, nothing to the positive side.
Just open the door for someone to try to get a flagrant.
So I mean, look at the standings, right? I mean, dude,
okay. And you went, what are we recruiting? What are we going out to get?
Guards. It looks like we're going to get these undersized forwards.
But we're getting 4 and 5 star guys, are we not? Like it's huge. Our recruiting classes are huge, right? But then you get beat by 30 by Auburn.
Yeah, but you go look at that, right? Go look at that recruiting class, right? In that game last night against Georgia, the two 4-stars or 5-star kids that you brought in never touched the floor, or they may have in the last couple of minutes of the game. I don't know, but they're not playing meaningful minutes.
Yeah.
And those two were the only ones on the court after the Auburn game, putting up shots.
Right.
And what I think is the truth is we thought that perhaps recruiting all those 5-stars wasn't Musselman's style. What I think now is the reality is you go recruit kids that are going to either be in your system a year or a couple years, for whatever it may be, and then surround them with a couple veterans. And instead of having this group full of guys who are seniors from their former schools or juniors who come in and they're trying to play with other juniors and seniors who are all trying to get prepared for the draft. They got the show. It's the me show. I've got to improve my draft stock. But I just thought our kids last year who were the 5-star players playing with those veterans played better together than do these juniors and seniors from these other schools coming in who are just, they're individuals. They're good.
They've never really played together, man. They don't
never. So I don't know. I think we as usual as a Razorback fan, I drank the Kool-Aid. They blew smoke up my butt, and I believed it. I thought we were really freaking good after the Purdue game, the exhibition game. But, like another player that didn't play a whole lot last night who's been pretty solid for us was Chandler Lawson. But, again, why these guys aren't playing? Chandler Lawson wasn't playing. It's because Georgia is so much bigger than we are. They are tougher than we are. And you know what? Let's call it what it is. That's on Musselman. You got to recruit. You got to recruit size.
So is the struggles on? Is it on Musselman or is it on the players?
I think it's more on the players.
Like what percentage number would you put?
You're coming off a couple pretty good years, and you've shown flashes this year of being good. I definitely don't think it's on Musselman yet. I think you got to, because we got really hot late last year. You got to give him. I'm not, guys, we're not good right now. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to dump it out just yet. Like, I'm going to hang on just a little bit longer.
That's kind of been Musselman's thing is January, we are awful. And then February, we kind of turn it on. So we'll see. The thing that bothered me was Musselman didn't go out and replace his assistants with proven assistants. He went out and hired. I love Ronnie Brewer, but he's not a proven coach yet. And then he hired his son, who's been on staff. But again, you lose some top quality assistants. It's going to hurt you.
So last year we finished 8-10 in conference.
Yeah. No, dude, that's what I'm saying. And how many of those 8 wins came late?
And we finished the season at 22-14.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the difference between this year and last year, we were 8-2 last year at home. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Take that back. 14-3 at home. All right. And we were 2-8 on the road. Now, let's jump ahead to this year. Now, I know it's still somewhat early, if you want to call it early. All right. So we are we're 8-2 at home. We've already lost 2 home games. Now, you tell me we played 17 games at home last year. So we played 10. So in the next 7 games, how many of those games are at home and how many of them are we going to win?
We're going to win. We're going to go 6-1.
Heard it here first.
No, I'm just saying 6-1 with Tyler last year. 3 losses.
Gotta say, don't trust anybody wearing a Green Bay Packer beanie inside. Okay.
Yeah, come back to this on Sunday, Wilson.
Oh yeah, Cowboy. Oh,
Yeah, I'm repping.
forgot about that. Yep.
Oh, the whole postseason is rigged with different storylines.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I know. It is. It's all a script. That's all it is. I saw this tweet last night. I figured I'd say it. So, I'm not even going. 80 Spev at 80 Spev said we went from 5 NBA players on one roster to a roster full of Al Hashad Iraqi League talent, and it's a cruel, cruel world. Because I mean, there's not an NBA guy on the roster like there was last year or previous years.
I mean,
You know-
I think they said Mark might be the only one.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, I've been pretty negative. 20, 52. We got almost 29 minutes. I've been pretty negative. I will say that in my little note-taking section last night of the Georgia game, Mark showed some really, like some fight. I thought that was a big positive. I mean, he really surprised me going down the stretch there last night. How he was playing.
He's kind of just give me the ball and get the hell out of the way. That's what it was.
Right, and that's what he did. He scored.
I mean, it was nice to see a player that actually cared.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
he fought and he didn't jack up bad shots that that he knew he couldn't make like someone else I know. He scored.
He had a few bad shots in the first half that were
Right.
Like
Yeah,
8 points.
He did.
But I mean, he's like I said, he's the only one that really cared in the second half.
He said, "Give me the ball." Instead,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now with a battle, I mean, we were down by 3, and he jacked up that shot, as I think Wilson said, from downtown Camden.
He was right outside. He was in Harmony Grove, Wilson. I checked it. It was a little bit south of a little bit north of Camden.
That's what I knew it. I knew I was close.
And like he just had no care. It was 26 seconds on the shot clock.
And his shot tried to take the turnpike because it went straight to the left. I mean, man, that was
he mixed up the bucket of gas with a bucket of water.
Well, we were 3 for 21 on 3-point shots last night.
Is it?
That's what you want,
Dude, we are listen.
That's why I asked what Brazil's role is, because guys, he can be the big guy that can shoot the 3. But guess what? The first time he shot the 3, it went over the backboard. The second time, Drano. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Now I will say he is good at the transition alley oop. All right, he's good at that. But
he is very good at running and jumping. He is.
Yes, he's athletic, but shoot.
Dude, we are listen. We are we're 9-6. We're so hungry for a win that if we went to somebody's house and saw fruit on the wallpaper, we'd eat it. Okay, that's how hungry for a win that we are right now. Okay.
I mean,
did I tell y'all that I was cooking alligator on Saturday?
Is that right?
Alligator. I'm cooking a whole alligator.
Huh?
Aren't we playing?
How are you eating that? Well done, or?
Is it like a medium rare gator, or?
I'm deep frying it.
Oh.
That gonna be good right there. That gonna be good.
So what I was gonna say earlier, and I have said this to Wilson, guys, before the Razorback game, guess what? I watched Kentucky, I watched Tennessee, I watched South Carolina, I watched Mississippi State. Guess what? They're all better than us. When he said survive, that dude meant it from the bottom of his heart, dude.
Dude, Ole Miss has Chris Beard. Ole Miss was terrible last year. Bro, they are kicking tail.
Yeah. I don't see a game where Arkansas is going to be favored for a while.
Ever.
I mean,
ever.
Not in the conference, dude.
Yeah.
But is Vanderbilt on our schedule this year?
Oh, heck no. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Hey, February 27th, baby. Circling on the calendar. Buy a ticket now. They're $1.25.
Where's the game at?
It's in Fayetteville. We got a shot.
Oh, we have.
And what's the date on that?
February 27th.
Oh, yeah. They'll be giving away tickets by then.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing at 8 p.m. We'll all be in bed by then, anyways.
Well, that was rough last night. First, I'll going to bed pissed off, and then it's just yeah. But all right, so I think we've only won one time at Florida in my lifetime, and it was last year or 2 years ago. It was fairly recent.
I remember when they had a guy named Joakim Noah.
He sucked.
I think they beat us
terrible.
by 52 points.
Yeah. So listen, Arkansas. I've talked to Coach Muss, or to provide a little spark for our offense. We're going to let Kenny Gotton call the plays against Florida. Okay, so we got a chance. Yeah.
Well, too bad he's left us.
Yeah.
They're bringing him back.
Yeah.
Bringing him back.
Contract.
Yep.
I think we just give Muss's son's job to Saban. I mean, maybe
I don't know.
I mean, he's got some free time.
He's got a lot of or even Belichick or Pete Carroll.
Somebody
knows. All three of them know sports, no ball. So
listen, I'm gonna tell you, it makes me nervous because with Eric Musselman, he don't weigh $110, and then whenever the assistant coaches are weak enough or aren't strong enough to hold him back, you got problems.
All right. So does anyone have the schedule pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Florida, then what?
We got A&M
give me low home or away in the team.
All right, we got A&M at home.
Oh,
we got South Carolina at home.
Oh no.
We got Ole Miss on the road.
Okay. Hey. Okay.
We got Kentucky at home.
Next biggest loss.
We got Missouri at Missouri. We got LSU at LSU.
Hey, Missouri still got Pork Chop at guard. We do have a chance.
Oh, see a ghost.
Get out of my pocket.
Even my cat said, "Heck no!" All right, we got Missouri at Missouri, LSU at LSU. We got Georgia at home.
Payback.
Oh baby, we got
This is where y'all know what they say about those tables, right?
That's where they turn. Right?
They only hold 6. What? They
turn, and we start winning.
Okay, yeah. Here's where they turn. Yeah, we got Tennessee at home. We got
Tennessee's lackadaisical, bro. We'll be all over them.
Oh, we got Mississippi State at Mississippi State.
That one's gonna be bad.
And then we got A&M at A&M.
That one will be bad.
And then we got Missouri and Vanderbilt back to back at home.
Oh, what a stretch! You know what they call 2 in a row, don't you?
Streak.
That's a streak, baby.
That's a streak.
And I would say that we have a turkey. We would have a gobble gobble, but then we're playing Kentucky at Kentucky.
Hey, we do have a 3-game streak.
And then we got Arkansas. We got LSU at home, and then we got Alabama on the road. Gosh, dang!
What a brutal schedule.
Yeah.
For a crap.
Dude,
we're just sharp stick in my eye than play those games.
So who would be the starting 5 for anybody? What's your because right now Mark would start for me. Menafield has to start because he can score, and I don't know
I hate to say it, Brazil.
I mean, you have to have him in there.
You got to. You have to, because you know what he's capable of.
Yeah, and then you got Graham. I mean, you start Graham, you start Mitchell. You start none of them. I mean,
yeah, I think I'm playing with 4 Hogue.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
3 or 4.
Graham has no defense. Mitchell can't even handle a pass.
Yeah, and he's lazy. Right now,
it starts like backing into the paint. I know it's going to be some kind of unforced every single time.
Is that or a walk?
I've got Brazil.
Hey, where are you at, Wilson?
I'm hiding. I got Brazil, Graham, Lawson, Menafield, and Tremont Mark. Those would be my starting 5.
All right, now who?
Yeah.
Because most of them likes to play with 7 or 8. Who would be your subs?
Opinion.
I was about to say the same thing.
Dude, I would. You know what? Call me crazy. I'd go. I would give Bayfall a shot.
What about Cade Abergas?
Cade out of gas. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Cade's out of gas.
I mean, at this point, we just got to find 7 or 8 that want to play.
Yeah, I think. Man, Leighton Blocker's one of my guys off the bench. Gosh dang, Mitchell. You have to, I suppose.
No, you got to. Mitchell hustles, dude. He just can't dribble, which is a big.
And poor Mitchell, he can't catch, shoot, or sniff the rim. No, but Mitchell probably Blocker, and then dude, I don't play Bay. I don't know. Give Bayfall a shot, and then maybe Devo.
Oh, shut up, Wilson.
I mean, dang, dude. If
You would say Devo after all you just said before you said Davenport?
Oh, Davenport. I'm sorry. I forgot about Davenport.
And you were praising Davenport.
Yeah, you're right. My fault. Davenport for sure.
I can't believe it. So I know deep down you love Devo, dude. I know you do.
You want to tell the world what you said, Wilson, during the Auburn game? I would cut him right now.
Oh, dude, I would. I would. Dude, he as much as selfish as he is, I would take his scholarship in a heartbeat.
Well, hey,
what would you do?
You can't just give it to anybody right now.
Yeah, you're off the team.
Cade
out of gas would have a scholarship.
Well, I mean, he's been on scholarship before.
Give him a shot.
Yeah. He's a fan favorite, okay?
Hey, man, he's full of unleaded. I can tell you that.
Yep. Well, all right, Jason, is it time for you to do your chores?
Yeah, I got to head on out. I got to be somewhere here in a little bit. It was nice talking to y'all this week.
See you, brother.
All right, so I think we're going 0-2 this week. I think it's not a surprise. Now, Texas A&M is struggling just by looking at their record as well. So I think we both have 9 wins. So we'll go 0-2, but trust him must. Hopefully he can turn it around. The magic number for me is 20 to get the 20 wins. So we got to get 11 more between now and March. So
11 more wins.
Yep.
I'm going to say the magic number is 18.
Do you think maybe towards the 14 or 15 mark they'll let us buy 4 or 5?
Maybe we'll have some Arkansas Edge money. We can
get that Walmart thrown at them, baby. That Walmart money.
But yeah, I think so. Wilson, you think 18 gets us in the tournament?
I think 18. You're probably looking at being 18 and 12, 18 and 14. If you've got 18 wins,
if you get 18 wins, you're in.
I think if you get 18 wins, most likely that's 9 wins from now. You look at that schedule. If you win 9 more, you have beat somebody good on that schedule.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anything less than 18, there ain't no way.
Now, the thing that helps Arkansas out is we sell tickets in the NCAA tournament. Our fans do travel, so that's it's NCAA is all about money, so that's one thing that does help out the Hogs in this situation. But we might be the toughest 12 seed you ever seen, ever.
I'll tell you what's going to be tough.
A $2 steak.
What's going to be really tough is the rest of our SEC schedule. So I don't, man, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna just focus on this conference play before we get real excited.
Yeah.
We looked like a man in a kicking contest the other night.
Appreciate you getting all philosophical on us, Josh.
I just wish I could see. It's weird.
like, yeah, we're talking. You probably don't want to see you. That's probably what it is. All right, we did switch into football because I'm sure we're done with the basketball. We spent 42 minutes on it. So we picked up transfers over the week. The one I'm excited about is a guy whose name I cannot pronounce, and that's Anton Junka or Junkage or something from Albany.
Can you say that one more? Can you say that one more time? Who did we get?
Junkage, Anton Junkage, Junka something. Anyways, he's a defensive lineman from Albany.
From where?
Picked Albany.
Huh. Okay.
New York?
Yes, sure.
No, Kentucky.
Okay. Anyways, he has he had about 15 sacks last year, so it's coming in on defensive line.
That's about 15 more than I had last year.
Yeah, it's about
It's better
15
than
more
you.
than 15 more than
And so are you.
everybody on the Hogs had. And then we picked up running back from Utah. Was a
Jaquindon?
quarterback actually. Yes.
Jaquindon Jackson.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be a stud. I'm just letting y'all know. Hopefully,
Well,
we're gonna need it.
I just wish I knew who was talking.
Hello.
So, but need to upgrade offensive line. I don't care who's running the ball.
Yeah, I really love the backs, and I really love the D line, and I really love. But guys, look, back to what we talked about. Our offensive line is, needless to say, is non-existent.
Yeah. All right, Wilson, you got any recruiting news?
So it looks like the one guy that we're really waiting to hear from, I heard, though, that he's a no, was the offensive lineman. I believe it's out of Florida. I guess you say Massaquoi. I heard that he's a no, though.
Oh, great.
He went to Nebraska.
Okay. So I didn't see that he had actually committed anybody. But I think there are a couple other names that we're waiting to hear from. Yeah, Nebraska. Oh.
He chose Nebraska over Fayetteville?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He had a crystal ball to Arkansas and switched it to Nebraska.
Yeah, the gypsy I paid the crystal ball into Arkansas didn't really pan out.
All right. I'm going to go eat, boys. It's been fun.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Wilson, what about Marquise Robinson from South Alabama? I know you were very excited about him.
Yeah, I watched him play in the bowl game, or I don't know if he played in the bowl game, but I watched South Alabama's defense play in the bowl game, and I was pumped the way that they were able to play. I think they just absolutely destroyed. I can't remember who it was that they beat, but they just absolutely beat them down. And I just like the aggressive nature of South Alabama's defense. So maybe he brings a little bit of that aggressiveness to Fayetteville. And I'm not worried so much about our secondary. Hopefully, I don't need to have a reason to be worried about our secondary. But I like what we've got so far as the portal goes. I'm thinking maybe we need another 2 or 3 guys to be added to the class. I think you need maybe one more offensive lineman.
Yeah, it seems we're kind of swinging and missing on these linemen, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is, but we do have quite a few good ones.
Yeah, we have quite a few good ones coming in. I guess the reality is if you're not Alabama. Oh,
surprise!
He's back.
Quick.
Hey. Supper's not done yet.
I know you. So when you're not Georgia, you're not Alabama, you can just expect you're going to swing and miss on recruits. It is what it is.
All right, and then let's talk about the GOAT. All right, Nick Saban decides to retire at the age of 71. So,
Man.
I mean,
What a
I wanna
career.
know
I
what
mean,
a
when you really think about it.
Dude, I was surprised.
No, I'm just kidding. And I think it's kind of one of those moments where I'm always going to remember where I was when I saw it. I thought like I really had to take back at it, man.
yes.
Where were you?
I was in the actually coach's office breaking down film.
Oh, what a man! Always working hard.
Hey Wilson, don't forget to turn those grades in though for your receivers.
You got it, coach.
And I knew before everyone else is because he called me.
So, who do y'all think is going to be the coach? Because Lanning came out on Pat McAfee show, said it's not him. Lane Kiffin's kind of said the same thing. It's probably not going to be him.
Well, I'm off the table. I just want to make sure that my agents, before they come out and say anything, that I want to make sure that y'all knew that I'm unavailable.
I saw a short list and Norvell's name was at the top.
Mikey.
I mean, historically, man, I mean, I doubt they're going to offer the table at somebody, and it's probably nobody that we think that, like, I bet you think they throw anything at Kirby?
Man, I said it, man. I said they would throw something at Kirby.
Like, I mean, an offer that he just couldn't. I don't know if he would ever leave Georgia. He might be an idiot, but historically, Alabama is like, people can think what they want. I mean, he could still be beating people. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter what anyone thinks about him. Taking the reins over at Alabama. Or do you sit back and let someone else do it and then, lose a few games and then, then you're not the bad guy? Because no one's going to be Nick Saban.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
but,
no one's going to have the Nick Saban effect.
Yeah, that's the problem is coming in and replacing him.
I mean, no one will be able, but you have to understand that no one will be able to do that.
No. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: Do you think that Alabama loses a lot of its key players, like with him retiring and getting out? Do you think? What about Dion?
No.
Dude, after the stunt that he pulled, where he's talking about we coming, and then ended up 4-8.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
I just don't. Oh, it was a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
never know with Joshua.
That's why I did.
No. I know a guy. He's been a lot of places. Sean Jackson. He might be a
oh no, he turned it down.
Yeah. Or a guy to win Josh Cook. He's pretty good too.
He's got a kid on the way, so not a good time.
Yeah.
I think he's actually considering Green Bay.
But so I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to name a coach very quickly though. That's what the rumors are. They already know who they want.
They know.
They know.
Man, I think if there's a few ways you can go with it, man, and like if Dabo got it, I just don't think that Alabama would ever be the same.
Oh yeah, they were chanting anyone but Dabo last night they spent oatmeal cream pies at his statue.
So who do y'all? But who do you think would have the best bet? Like who do you, not the best the best shot at landing the job? Who would be the best fit for the job?
Lane Kiffin.
Right?
Yep. 100% Lane Kiffin.
Or Kirby, because it's just a lateral move. I mean, we always see Georgia and Alabama as being equal, so it's not like it's going to have to rebuild something at Alabama. He'll just bring his guys in. So
yeah, I think Lane is the definitely man. I think he's the guy that you throw everything you got at to start with, and then backtrack from there.
There's one more I'm thinking about. You
don't
think they tried at Starkey? Sarkisian.
I did think about that. Yeah, Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
I thought about that for sure.
Here's the thing. So you if you're hiring the next coach under Nick Saban, I feel like you go after a guy that worked with Nick Saban. Because if they worked with him for X amount of years, then they know how the program was, how it was ran. You're going to pull things from different head coaches that you work for. So if it was a coordinator that worked under Saban, it wouldn't surprise me because he would kind of know the system that Saban ran. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another
I can see that.
candidate is Tommy Reese too, which he's already on staff. So.
Yeah, that's not happening. I just don't see that happen.
Yeah. No. Well, I think we're all getting ready for dinner. Wilson's driving to dinner, I guess. I don't know.
I got an interview. I got an interview over at Bama, and I'm going to let him down easy, but
Wilson's got an interview at Cutter Morning Star.
Oh shoot, man! Dang.
All right, so I'm gonna say, boys, I'm gonna say Saturday. I'm gonna say we get beat by. I'll put it at 12.
That's fair, and I think I'm gonna say, I think 12 is a good number for me. I'm gonna say we lose by 12.
Yeah, between 10 and 12. Saracen Casino in Palm Bluff. They're about to make a lot of money off of some crazy Razorback fans throughout this basketball season who's going to bet on them, to win a lot. So either money line or parlays or whatever.
11, Hogue.
The what?
You said 11.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Somewhere like that.
13,
I think
15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
28.
13, 22, 32. 52.
So what's the over under?
Oh man.
What's the
I don't know.
All right.
I think Wilson drove through a pond. I said, what's the line for Dino and 3-2 Flake over under?
I got him right at 1, so under.
You think he messes up again?
Oh heck yeah.
Does he start?
No.
Yes, he starts. He starts, Wilson.
All right,
okay.
So he probably will start, but he shouldn't start. That's the problem.
All right, so some things that we'll key back in on: Devo's play, over under flagrant. We put it at 2, and we went under, and then we're saying 12-point loss.
Yeah. All right. Now another one. Over or under 23-point attempts.
Over.
Under.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's say we put them both. That Josh said what? Josh said over?
Under.
No, under.
Josh said under, you said over. I'm gonna say over.
Okay.
Woo!
All right. So, well, our time is up here. We appreciate y'all listening out there in the social media world. So, we will see you again next week, and we will be very disappointed again next week. Okay, the show will not be positive until February.
Hey, bye, Opie.
Adios, fellas.